Rest in peace, my friend Jeff.
Welcome to Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens game. Game day news, game preview, and the Guess the Score contest. Come join the chat and let's talk hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. It's a little understated today. Still too soon after losing Jeff. I don't want to bring anybody down. There's, thank God, not too many people here yet. So we have the game tonight. The Ottawa Senators in town to face the Montreal Canadiens. So in the pregame show, I have some game day news for you. I have the game preview, and we have the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game, you could win. We're just going to up it an extra $5 tonight for Jeff. So you could win $15 tonight if you get it. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. You can pick that guy from either team. And you can win that money directly into your bank account via Interact. So please do that in the chat. And what else? Let's see who's here. I don't think too many people in the chat yet. Hey, Zeandre, how are you? And just Zeandre with a comment. So please talk, and we'll chat a little bit before I get to the game day news. And then we'll get to the preview as well. So once again, I just apologize for a little bit somber. It's just the first my first live stream since I heard the news on Sunday. So it just feels a little weird. That's all. I know he hasn't been on the show for a long time, but I know he watches, or he did, and he'd be in the chat every now and then. So, and we were talking again. All right, so I guess nobody wants to talk to me. I'll wait, and I'll get to the game day news in just a minute. Hey, Darcy. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was so sudden, you know. Hey, Lucas. Amen, brother. Habs Guru. 4-3 Sens. Kachuk with the first goal. 4-3 Sens. Oof. Just think of that. For the people here now, I just got to say, Saturday on the 9th, so that's Saturday, just before the Toronto game, instead of my pregame show, we're going to do a memorial for Jeff. So there'll be some special guests. I'm not going to tell you who, but there's going to be some special guests for that show. So instead of the pregame show, 5 o'clock Saturday, we're doing a memorial for Jeff before the game. So hopefully you guys will be there. He was young, so yeah. I mean, it was just a shock too. Just a shock. Hey, Quinn. Yeah, he was just 43. I mean, really young. I just feel for his wife and his daughter. Anyways, like I said, we're going to have this memorial, so I'll tell you a little bit more about it probably on Thursday's game. Thanks, Quinn. I appreciate that. I didn't know Jeff like a super long time, but it was pretty intense in the time that we did know each other. We talked so many nights on here, mostly on here after the shows, you know, or preparing for a podcast. And that would take 2-3 nights because we'd just talk and then, oh, yeah, we got to work on the podcast. Oh, we'll have to do that tomorrow. That's what happened. So, it's just, you know, I got to know him pretty good. I never met him and I didn't know him that way, but, you know, I think I got to know him pretty good and vice versa, you know, over those. We'd finish at sometimes 10:30 the show at 10 o'clock and literally be 3-4 in the morning before we ended up saying good night, you know. So yeah, lots of good nights, and I'm gonna miss those. I already do because we were kind of for a while. But I'm definitely going to miss that fact that won't happen again because I was kind of looking forward, we were starting to patch up our relationship. And yeah, it's when you have regrets. Never a good feeling to lose a friend. A friend met online is a friend nonetheless. I agree. Darcy, Guy Boucher says Nick Suzuki, a third liner on a Stanley Cup contender. I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to go and get that article and then bring it up here, and I forgot to go back to do that. I'll just give me a second. It might be a night like this. Sorry. So Guy Boucher, former coach of Ottawa, and I forget where else he coached. He says Nick Suzuki would be a third-line center on a good team. My response to that is, now you know why. When Guy Boucher's name was brought up as a coach for the Montreal Canadiens, I said, no, I don't like that. That's why. Right there. I mean, he's nuts. I mean, you can make an argument he's not a first-line center, or he's like, but he's not a third. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Oh, Andrew, Jeff. You remember Jeff? GGR. Jeff passed away last Friday. So that's what he's talking about. Very sad day. Very sad week. Very sad few days. Like, it's just been, I only found out on Sunday. It's been a long 2 days so far. 3 now. So I apologize if this pregame show is a little bit somber, but I'm still just feels weird. I don't know. Not that, like I said, not that Jeff's been on in a long time, but it just feels weird, being on and Jeff's not around anymore. That's what's weird about it. So I feel weird. All right, let's get into the game day news while I'm okay. I got to go over to this side here. All right, so we have some good news, and if you watched my my video today I put out, you might not have seen it. I was planning to do something different, but Jeff was a really big Carey Price fan, and Jeff was my goalie guy. When I wanted to know something about goalies, I always asked Jeff. So I thought it appropriate to do my Carey Price video today and dedicate it to Jeff. So in that video, if you've seen it or you might not have and you don't know, Carey Price is back practicing with the team in full practice, which means he's taking shots, he's doing everything in full practice. So whatever he was doing before he got injured, he's doing that now. So that started on yesterday for the first time. So I asked, is Carey Price gonna, is gonna be back soon? Here I wrote, is a Carey Price start happening soon? I've predicted Saturday against Toronto. I don't know if that's a little early. I'm still going to go with it because apparently he looks really good out there. And the guys, if you watch the video, some of the quotes I got from the guys say that he looks like he's ready. So I'm going to stick with my Saturday prediction. And here I have a picture. This is the goalies, all 3 goalies in practice. So there's no special thing with Price. Price is there doing everything. So good to see, good to hear. And I do believe he'll be back. He might not make it back on Saturday, but he'll be back soon, I believe. All right. So this is interesting, and I don't know what happened here, but this picture shows Jeff Gorton, Kent Hughes, and Molson. I just can't remember. Jeff Molson, I should remember his name. Jeff, I should remember that today. They had Jordan Harris pulled to the side there. You can see in the talking with him. No word on what was about, but I wrote here mysterious. I couldn't find out anything about what that's about, but thought that's, it can't be anything bad. I mean, it's not anything bad. It's Jordan Harris. He's had a good game his first game. I'm just curious what that was about. Yeah, okay. So the trade for Tyler Toffoli, the Habs got back the draft pick, and they got also forward Emil Heineman. The Habs have inked him to a 3-year entry-level contract, so he is now part of a signed, contracted Habs organization. So I imagine it's a possibility next year we'll either see him here for any length. I mean, I could say any length of time, or he'll be playing for the Rocket. So Emil Heineman is now signed to his ELC. Tonight, in the lineup, back after missing 8 games, Brendan Gallagher is back tonight. He missed 8 games, as I just repeated myself. He's slotting in for Tyler Pitlick, although the lineup I'm going to show you, it's not in Pitlick's place. So it's Galley's 626th game played as a Montreal Canadien, his whole career here. It ties him with Max Pacioretty for 35th place in the organization's history. So Brendan Gallagher, getting up there in games played for the Habs. Ryan Getzlaf, not a Hab, has announced his retirement at the end of the 21-22 season. So Getzlaf, about 13 more games. I don't know exactly, but 12 to 14 games left, something like that. And Ryan Getzlaf, I think he's played for like 20 years. I don't know. I think I saw that 20 years. I don't know if that's true. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me get back to the comments so that I can, because I don't need for the rest of this. I don't need any pictures. Mike Hoffman, speaking of, well, this is retirement, but Mike Hoffman with Gallagher with the number of games. Hoffman will be playing his 600th NHL game. And interestingly, it's against Ottawa, who he was drafted by. He was drafted by Ottawa, and he played there from 2011 to 2018, as we all know, and with that famous incident with Erik Karlsson's wife. Not with Hoffman, but with Hoffman's girlfriend at the time. Excuse me. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, they're the co-winners of the Molson Cup for March, for the Habs Molson Cup for March. So Caulfield and Suzuki, not surprised. They both had a great month of March. The NHL announced today, because I only saw it today. I don't know if this was announced or yesterday. The draft lottery will take place May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So May 16th is the draft lottery. I know that's a question I've been asked many times in the chat, so there's an answer for that now. Jake Allen will be making his 9th start in the Habs' last 10 games. So he's 9 out of the last 10. Monty had one of those. So interesting. And I'll just remind everybody last time, because it's written here, Saturday, on the Saturday before the game, I'm not doing my pregame show. We're going to have a memorial for Jeff. So I hope to see you all there. We'll have some very special guests. Then that's not in any way a joke, but we'll have anywhere from 4 to 6 guests in and out for the whole show. I don't know exactly that, but yeah, we'll have some guests, so that's something to look forward to. As far as celebrating Jeff's time with Talking Habs, that's what we're doing. And yeah, enough said for that. And so it'll be at 5:00 on Saturday. And that's it for Game Day news. Let's see what we got here. Quinn, we might talk about it a little bit on Saturday, more what happened. And you never know, maybe some of those other folks will be the special guests, part of the special guests. I'm not saying. No worries. We'll talk about it probably on Saturday. Lucas, thank you. It would be nice to have you there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, right? It's really sad. So young. I don't really have words, What can you say other than that? Hey, Sean. I don't know exactly. I don't know if what I heard was exactly, but it seems like he had a stroke. That's all I can find out so far that I've found out. So I'm hoping we can have, it doesn't really, it doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, it seems like that's what it was. And at his age, it just seems so young for that. So that's why I question maybe that's not what it was. So, hey, Bob, I'm sorry not doing the canon tonight. Yeah, he passed away last Friday. He had, I don't know, I guess he had a stroke or something a couple of days before, the day before, went in the hospital, and the next day. Slinksy, yeah, I agree. And I do feel bad. I think about it a lot. His wife and daughter, especially his daughter, my God. Tario, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna miss him a lot. Even though he hasn't been around. Ray agrees. Even though he hasn't been around a lot lately, but still. Like I said, I was starting to talk to him again. So yeah, we're definitely gonna miss him. Bob, we're talking about Jeff. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're talking about Jeff. Lucas, yep. Yeah, that's the truth of it. Here, it's just for anybody who wants to know. That's who we're talking about. Rest in peace, Jeff. 43 years old. Hard to look at. But I made that picture. I couldn't find any good pictures. I'm having trouble finding videos that he's been in. Don't ask me why. I have to actually go and I can't tell by the titles or anything. But I got one and I screenshotted that. So I wanted a nice picture of him. Okay, Ray, stop it now. Stop it. No barking. No barking. I'm lost now. Where am I? I'm in my studio. Yeah, we were pretty close. Bob, yep. That's who. Matt, thanks. I thought so too. I had to watch for a while and I couldn't get anything, and I was skipping through, and I found one where he was laughing, and okay, and then I had to watch for a few minutes to get there, and I said, yeah, I like that. That's a good picture of him, where he was happy, and he had just told a joke, or something like that, and I thought that's like just perfect. That was stirring the pot, that's Jeff. So yeah, it was perfect. Good day, Todd. How are you? I guess you're from Australia? Or you're Australian at least, anyway. So, yeah. I'm trying to, I'll get, Matt will be on the hangout tonight. So, between the two of us, we'll be good. We'll be good. It just, I don't know. It's the first live stream since I heard the news, so it just feels a little weird. I'll get going. Todd, you're Canadian. So, the good day, that's usually Australian. Sorry, that's all. Awesome, from New Brunswick. Cool. Let me see. Fredericton. That's the big town there, no? Where Hands Down Hockey is from. Hands Down Hockey, and I think Post to Post is from that area too. I'm sure he's from New Brunswick. We got time. Oh, we got plenty of time. All right, we got a lot of people. Give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's give a thumbs up in Jeff's memory, and let's see if we can get a lot of thumbs up for this one today. Monk. All right. Ray, stop barking, Ray. You think there are people having a picnic outside or something? Ray, stop. Jake Allen is from Fredericton. I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Jeff was a good guy. I didn't always agree with him. And if you ever had a chance to ask his wife, we argued a lot with, talking loudly late at night. And you'd think we were mad at each other, but it never went beyond that. But, we'd hang up. But the next day, didn't never even mentioned it, except his wife would tell him to apologize to me a lot because she thought he was yelling at me. And that wasn't right, and that he should apologize to me. But I was yelling back at him just as much, and we had a big laugh over that. But yeah, we had. He was a great guy. I got to know him well. As much as we were not alike, we also had so many similarities, and yeah, he was just a good guy. And even with whatever happened, I don't hold that to his character and like against his character. I never thought whatever that he wasn't a good guy. That never changed my thought of him. We just didn't agree on a few things that with the climate right now and everything over the last couple of years, it was untenable. Unfortunately. And you look back at it and you go, geez, over that? Really? Anyway. Regrets, that's what life's all about, unfortunately. Nolan, that's cool. Yeah, Jeff was in a lot of videos. I was looking to, I want to make some clips and all that kind of stuff. And I could only find one for sure. And then, so I've got to go through a bunch and look through them to see where he's, I know how many he was on a lot of videos. So that I could only find one was weird. Almost like Jeff's going, no, I don't want you to find any. I know for sure Jeff would he wouldn't, not that he would be angry that if we, to memorialize him, but he would think like, why are you doing that? I know that's what I think he would think. I don't think he'd mind at all, but Eric, he was on a lot of videos with us, with me, with the whole gang. He was on a lot of videos. Todd, I was a Kachuk guy, but to me, it's water under the bridge now. I like the direction Montreal's in. I'm not going to complain. And quite frankly, if that meant having Kachuk, that we're still in the Bergevin mode, I wasn't a Bergevin hater, but, I see the light now. And I'm glad that maybe that's, in the end, could have been the final thing. What set it off, and so I'm okay. We're in a good place now. So, hey, Gabriel. Yeah, offering Aho $12 million though with Carey Price making 10, it wouldn't have worked. We'd be the Maple Leafs now, So could have offered him more than 8 point whatever. I think the thing to have done was not to have offered Aho anything, because in the end that was probably just to make it look or to please the fans that he was doing something. Like really, in the end, that's all I see with that, because it was useless. That's a good thing. Well, Matt, like you don't know. Matt says, I have a feeling Rick is a Suzuki Caulfield guy like him. Yeah, sure am. Tario 4-3 Montreal with Joseph. Man, that guy is hot there in Ottawa. Sean, that's actually a good idea. And yeah, yeah, it's a good idea. I looked online and I couldn't find anything. Okay, I'm gonna do the preview in a minute. I got the preview done in a minute, then we'll talk again. But you can still send me stuff to talk about. Also, please take a guess at the guess the score contest. It's a little bit. I'm kicking in a little bit extra tonight only for Jeff in his honor. So I might go as high as 20, but if you win tonight, you get a bigger return. We haven't had a winner, so maybe Jeff's looking down and go, yeah, I want him to pay out some money. So maybe he's going to fix it for somebody tonight. If that's possible and it could happen, he'd do it for sure. And laugh about it too. Yeah, I'll tell you. Todd says he loves Caulfield Suzuki. They should put Anderson back with them. You might be surprised at who's with them tonight. At least in the lines, the list that I have. Eric, he might even be first on a good Habs team, but yeah, with McDavid and Crosby ahead of him, of course. Anyways, I don't like Guy Boucher. There's always something about him I didn't really like, and I think that shows why, in my opinion. Bob, I don't fully disagree with you. I think there were aspects of what he did were really good. I liked a lot of his trades, but I think when you consider the fact we didn't have skills department or development department, stuff like that, we didn't have that. He left Sylvain Lefebvre as head of the Rocket to develop. We never developed anybody for 5 years. That's a knock on him. So there were aspects that I liked, and then there were aspects I didn't, and then after he's gone and you hear things, it kind of made those aspects worse. So, but no, overall, I mean, I didn't hate the guy or anything, and I thought he was a good trader to find gems, like hidden gems. But did he ever get us a first round pick? No. Stuff like there's things like that he was lax at. Would I go all in? I don't think they should go all in next season. I think Price will be here, but I don't think they should go all in and try to. I think they need another year of the rebuild, in my opinion. Todd Pitlick, they played the last game. Pitlick was on their line last game, so that wouldn't be a surprise. Gabriel, you can have the same prediction. More than one person can take the same. That could happen. 42 Habs, Suzuki, and send the money to Jeff's wife if you win. Will do. We are probably. Well, I have somebody. One of the group is going to be setting up a GoFundMe. So if that's the case, I'll put that in the GoFundMe. And I don't know any of the address. I'll give you the information for it on Saturday. So if you guys want to, there'll be a GoFundMe for his family. We're going to raise whatever we can. Eric, yeah, that's a good point. He's getting there. Todd, yeah. Well, anyways, it's a new management here, so whatever word that's been bad that's out there, they got to consider it's a new management and things are different here. Bob, but I mean, then go over to Calgary and look at Calgary. Apparently, they got a good power play. He's running that, so it's hard to tell if was it his fault. Like, I don't disagree with you totally, but then you got to look at Calgary and like, why is it that much better over there? So. Well, Tario though, I like. Why would he want to lower everybody's expectations? I like the team. Is the team paying him to do that? Like I don't. I was never a Guy Boucher fan in general, so yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that he said that, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that at all. Okay, I gotta do the I gotta do the where's it? Oh yeah, it's up there. I gotta do the I can't even think of what it is, the preview now. I'm gonna do the preview now. Da 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 preview time. All right. If somebody's watching me for the first time, gotta think this is the most low energy guy. Man, what's wrong? All right. Game tonight is Ottawa in town to take on the Habs. Ottawa is 25, 37, and 6. Good for 56 points, 7th in the Atlantic, just ahead of Montreal. Montreal's 19, 39, and 11, 49 points, 8th in the Atlantic. Yeah, you got to click on the next one. Rick, how to watch this game. Starting time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. In Montreal's region, TSN 2 in English, RDS in French. In the Senators region, TSN 5 in English and RDS in French. Streaming, I forgot to put nobody watches those. But if you're watching online and you don't have those that are listed there, Sports Surge or NHL 66, that's where I'll be watching it tonight, one of those two. Last 10 record, Ottawa 4-5-1 on a 2-game winning streak. Montreal is 3-4-3 on a 1-game winning streak, which isn't a streak. Season series between these two, February 26th was the first game. Montreal beat Ottawa 2-1 in Ottawa. And then on the 19th of March in Montreal, 5-1. And they will play after this game on April 23rd as well. Tail of the tape, excuse me. Scoring chances for percentage, 44.9%. That's 30th for Montreal. 47.5%. That's 23rd for Ottawa. Goals per game, 2.54 for Montreal, 31st. 2.65 for Ottawa, 26th. So not much better. Goals against per game, 3.77. That's 31st for Montreal. 3.22. That's 23rd for Ottawa. Not a ton better. Power play percentage, 13.4% for Montreal, 31st. 18.9% for Ottawa, 23rd. It's okay. PK percentage, 74.4% for Montreal, 28th. 80.8% for Ottawa, 13th. That's decent to good penalty kill. Montreal is 2-0-0 against Ottawa this year, and Ottawa is 0-2-0. Shots on goal per game allowed is for Ottawa is 33.2, for Montreal 34.6. Shots on goal 4 per game for Ottawa 30.3, Montreal 29.6. Face-off percentage, Ottawa 48.1%, 23rd, and 48.3% for Montreal 22nd. So virtually the same. Goalies tonight, Forsberg's getting the start tonight, 16, 14, and 3. 271 goals against, 919 save percentage, and a shutout. And Allen is also starting tonight, 8, 19, and 4. 321 goals against, 907 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Players to watch over the last 5 games. For points, for Ottawa, for points, 8, Matthew Joseph. I think it's the first name, Matthew. Goals, 4, Norris. Assists, 5, Stützle. And plus minus 7, Joseph. On the other side, points, 4. That is 4 points, Nick Suzuki. 2 goals, Cole Caulfield. 4 assists, Nick Suzuki. And plus 3, Laurent Dauphin. Team leaders. In goals for Ottawa, 30, and that's Josh Norris. For Montreal, 18, that's Nick Suzuki. Points, 49 for Ottawa is Tkachuk, and 51 Montreal is Nick Suzuki. Time on ice, average time on ice, Ottawa, Shabbat, 26-23. Montreal, Petrie, 22-16. And wins, Forsberg with 16, and Allen with 8. We got a change there. Awesome. Habs scoring. Suzuki leads 18-33 for 51 points. Cole Caulfield, 15 goals, 19 assists, 34 points.
Anderson, 17 goals, 10 assists, 27 points. Hoffman, 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points. Weidman, 3 goals, 19 assists, 22 points. And Evans, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. For the Sens, Tkachuk, 23 goals, 26 assists, 49 points. Norris, 30 goals, 13 assists, 43 points. Stützle, 14 assists. Nope. Okay, change it up. 14 goals, 28 assists, 42 points. Connor Brown, 10 goals, 27 assists, 37 points. Batherson, 13, 23, 36 points. And Shabbat, 6 goals, 28 assists, 34 points. Bottom 6 in the league. I made it 6 because Ottawa is on the top there, 56 points. Philadelphia, 55 points. Jersey, 54. Seattle, 50 points. And Montreal and Arizona tied at 49 points. Montreal has played only 69 games, so they have a game in hand. That's why they're listed up ahead of Arizona. Current line, Ottawa on the road. Their away record is 12-18-3. Montreal's home record is 10-19-4. And versus each other over the last 3 seasons, Ottawa 7-6-3, Montreal 9-4-3. Habs lines, the juicy part. So there you go. Suzuki, Caulfield, and Gallagher is going to be on the right side tonight, according to this. It could change by the time they start skating. Evans between Hoffman and Anderson. Dvorak in between Byron and Armia. Paling in between Rem Pitlick and Ilonen. I thought Pitlick on the first line was really good. To see him there on the fourth line, I don't get that. So I don't know what's up with that. Romanov and Sheneman, first pairing. Edmondson and Barron, second pairing. Harris and Savard, third pairing. Allen starting. And that's all we give you there. For the Senators, Norris in between Tkachuk and Joseph. Stützle in between Formanton and Batherson. White in between Kelly and Brown. Gambrell in between Gaudette and Watson. Brandstrom and Zub as the first pair. Delzato and Hamonic as the second pair. Holden and Zaitsev as the third pair. Forsberg as their starter. And you see Victor Mete was scratched. So I see that, and that's it. There's the preview. Let's see what you guys are saying before I got to go and feed me animals. Where the hell is my cursor? All righty. Where was I? There. 70 games and we still haven't hit 20 wins. Listen, the fact that we're going to actually get 20 wins, possibly, we got, 19 now? That's amazing to me. I didn't think we'd get there under Dom. H2O. Leaf fans are losing their minds. Yeah, they're all having wet dreams. I just can't stand it. Everything on Twitter is hat-trick Austin Matthews. I don't know. It was on the news this morning. I was like, yeah, you know that he's a sex offender, right? You guys are all idolizing a sex offender, right? I'm not doing that ever. Ever. Nope. He's a sex offender that didn't own up to what he did. He just paid the girl off, but he didn't own up to it, and I don't like that. And that's why I don't like him. So if BL's out there wondering why I don't like him, that's why I don't like him. I never will, and that's just how it is. And I will never idolize him, and I don't care about him, and I don't care if he freaking scores and he can stick this stick right up his ass. I don't care. And there you go. There's my rant on Austin Matthews for tonight. Happy Nation, you're an old school like me. Don't count wins. I count cups. If you don't win a cup, ain't a successful season. Right? Even if you're Game 7, Stanley Cup Finals, and it ends in overtime and you didn't win, you didn't have a successful season in Montreal when I was growing up. But it's a different day and age. Andrew, is he? Yeah, well, he announced his retirement, so I'm sure they're going to keep him around. Happy Nation, if I thought you were serious, you might get blocked. No, but yeah, I don't think you're serious about that. Yeah, I need a drink. It's not booze. I just need a drink.
Never seen a successful season. No, if you haven't seen a cup, well, listen. I think the standards changed over, after 29 years. So, yeah, but when I grew up, I mean, I saw 8 Stanley Cup wins in 6 of them in the 70s. Seemed like anyway. I think so. And yeah, that's how it was. But it got watered down. I mean, over 29 years, it's watered down. We're happy to make the freaking playoffs now. Maybe it should be booze. Oh, I'm going to drink. I've got a can of Bud Light. That was Jeff's favorite beer, I think. Or it's the beer I saw him drink the most when we were talking. He didn't drink all the time, but when he did, I think that was his favorite. So I bought one. And I'm gonna have that in the hangout. Eric, yeah, I mean, listen, I don't deny the kid can score goals, but I'm not going to idolize him. I don't care what he can do. Oh yeah, he didn't rape anybody or anything like that. It was like and it's kind of benign what he did, but it's how he did it that makes him the sex offender, and that what pisses me off about him. Ryan, if you really want to know the answer to that, I did a video. I just released a video. Check out my my Carey Price video. It is out there, and it gives you the answer to what I think on that. And if I hadn't just put that video out, I might give you the answer here, but I would rather you go watch the video. I can't help it. I'm a little. I don't know. I just want you to watch the video. Hey, Robin Dario, how you doing? Habby Nation, yeah, with 6 of his friends surrounding her. Don't just say when he dropped his drawers in front of a security guard, because that's nothing. I get that. But when you got to put 6 of your friends around her and then do that, that's when it changes. Now, the only thing I'll say is that's how I know of this story. If that's not how this story was, I might change my opinion on him a little bit, but I've come to hate him so much. I don't know that I could. But that's how I know the story. And I thought I heard that from a pretty good source. Yeah, it was in a gated community. Did she have a gun? I don't know that she had a gun. She might have, might not have. And if she had a gun, she should have shot the bastard for doing it. So I don't care what you want to say. I'm not going to make a guy that does that. I'm not going to make him a hero of mine, a hockey hero or hockey idol. No way. Not until you come out and admit it and, go for some freaking therapy. That's what I say. And then you got to go for, he has to go for plastic surgery to stop looking like Ron Jeremy's nephew. Otherwise, it's no deal for me. And I'm sorry, but, you saying that, well, she had a gun and it was in a gated community, that's just making an excuse for him. And I won't do that. And I got to actually go in like a couple of minutes. So I don't know why I looked this up. Anyways, that's my opinion on it. And yeah, you guys can have your own opinion. You can do what you want. Think of him how you want. I don't care. But that's how I am. And it kind of sums up the Leafs, right? I mean, that's who their hockey hero is. That sums up the Leafs. All right, I'm about to go anyway. So before anybody leaves, please give a thumbs up. And it's in Jeff's memory. It's not anything to do with the show or for my ego or anything like that. But please give a thumbs up for Jeff. And yeah, and have a thought about him on your way out. I appreciate that. I can't tell how many thumbs up here. It doesn't tell me any of that. So All right, I think I'm going to take off here. So, because I got to feed my animals, and I got to get ready for the next show. So, I'll be back at 7 with the game. Game won't be showed on here, but we'll do some play-by-play commentary. We'll talk and answer anything you guys ask, or listen to whatever you guys want to say, and all that kind of stuff, like we always do here. And yeah, if you want, you got about a minute to get your guesses in. Can't guess in the game. You can only guess here in this show. So JFed's got 4-2 Ottawa with Cole Caulfield. I'm just curious why everyone, like, there's a few people took Ottawa. Like, why Ottawa tonight? There's a good one. Lucas says, I hope they get the win for Jeff. And I fully expect them to win. Hey, Harry, good to see you there, buddy. Thanks. And, well, you knew Jeff, too, so condolences to you. I know he liked you a lot. As a matter of fact, the reason that you're on my show when you were on, it's because of Jeff. Jeff said, you got to get this guy on, and introduced me to Harry, and that's how I know Harry. So, condolences to you, too, buddy. It's a big loss for all of us. Hockey junkie, too, and I know I told Scotian Canadian, and he was upset about it. They all knew Jeff a little bit, hockey junkie, kind of like how I know him, and Scotian a bit too. So, reverse psychology, Habs Guru. Okay, I thought it only works if I do it. Tario, that's a good point. After a trip, always harder to win a game. Really, the stats say everything. Okay. 3-1 Habs Harris. Richard W. We're going right now from the stream, but I just put out a video today on that topic. It's in my video list, and take a look for it. It is about Carey Price. Will he be back soon? I try to answer the question. All right. Okay. I really got to go, or I won't be able to get back in time. So thanks everybody for being here. Rest in peace, Jeff. And my thoughts and condolences to his family, because, you guys are distracting me a bit from that, but on and off all day, I'm trying to work and write the video and all that. It's talking to Hockey Junkie. So, rest in peace, my brother, Jeff. And going to miss you, buddy. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate that. I appreciate your love and respect for Jeff and his family, and I'll see you in about now 10 minutes. So stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all, and I'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody.